Remember last week when the media was obsessed with Donald Trump's first 100 days in office? Seems like 100 days ago. It was significant, though. Oh, not the day itself. The 100-day milestone is completely made up. It's like a holiday that Hallmark makes up, only this is made up by the news media to give it something to talk about. So the day itself means nothing. What is significant is the way the news media covered their made-up milestone. Take a listen first to CNN.
I actually think this may be the worst 100 days we've ever seen in a president.
Now compare that to Fox Business News.
I believe the first 100 days of this president's term have exceeded the first 100 of most modern presidents in nearly every respect.
So one says this is the worst 100 days in modern history, and the other one says this is the best 100 days in history. How can two people, or in this case two networks, look at the exact same set of facts and come up with diametrically opposed opinions? This, boys and girls, is how media bias works. Both CNN and Fox cherry-picked facts for their own agenda. They use this made-up milestone to support their own political bias, or, more correctly, the political bias of their audiences. CNN chose to highlight that the Republicans failed to repeal Obamacare and that Donald Trump was unable to push through one major piece of legislation. And that's true, but they ignored what Fox Business News decided to focus on, that Donald Trump has signed more bills and executive orders than any president in 50 years, and he also got a Supreme Court nominee through Congress. Again, both media outlets chose facts to support their own false conclusion. And as usual, in dealing with two extremes, the truth lies somewhere in the middle. And the truth is that Donald Trump has had many failures and many successes in a dizzying first 100 days, and he is neither the worst nor the best in history. But alas, the truth is nowhere to be found. The only real significance of the first 100 days is that it exposed media bias like never before, and we are left with no one, not one single honest arbiter of the truth in the national media. It wasn't that long ago that a reporter or an anchor would get fired for allowing their bias to show on the air. Now they get promoted. There is no question about it. This is a business strategy, and it's not only unethical, it's sinister. The networks have made a conscious decision, a business decision, to inflame the passions and the anger on both sides of the political divide to sell product. We are being manipulated, and we are letting it happen because the truth has become whatever we happen to agree with. In many ways, this world wrestling us against them bastardization of the news has given rise to Donald Trump. And the media that he claims to despise so much is a willing foil for ratings and revenue. And so nowadays, we sort the national media, the newspapers, the websites, the networks in political bins. The liberal media and the conservative media. I asked somebody the other day, somebody I know is well-read, how he finds the real story. And he said, I watch both, and then I just try to figure it out. That's not the way it's supposed to work. My sincere hope is that there is still a thirst for the truth, even when it doesn't jive with your own personal bias, and that a trustworthy newsman or newswoman or network will rise from the canyon of our divide with only one objective: to tell the truth. Maybe they're already out there and we're just not listening. But until that Messiah, the show must go on.
Let's rate the media's 100 days. Should we do that?
I'm Larry Mendte. Talk to you again next week.